I'm not proud of myself. Hey guys, today we're going to do an update video for my Chaos Batteryman. It's going to be sweet. We're going to do it right now. Go! Alright, let's get to it. First off, I'm just going to say I upgraded to Dev Pro from YGO Pro like a big boy, and I must say the competitive games are a little better, and I like the resolution of the images. They're actually really nice. But anyway, alright, let's do it! First up, we have Blackluster Soldier. We all know what BLS does. And we have Industrial Strength. I still want this guy at 1 because I can still do the Papa Monster, Papa Spell Trap. It's really nice. And we have Little BLS Chaos Sorcerer. I would try to run 2, but I can only run. Next up, we got the 3 Fuel Cell and the 3 Cyber Dragon. Basically, this doesn't change, and neither does the 2 battery chargers. Next up is a new addition, Black Dragon Collapse Serpent and the 1 Wyver Buster. Triple Collapse Serpent, 1 Wyver Buster. These guys are really, really nice. Basically, I'm using Collapse Serpent to banish the 9 volt I have in my graveyard, which I then summon to the field with Leviair, who's over here. Alright, and then after that, I went up to 2 Thunder Seahorse because I wanted to see it more. The second one's always dead, but I actually wanted to get him off because once I can get these into my hand, the deck really flies. Then we got our 9 volts and our tour guides and 1 Scar. After this, it's Regeki, basically to clear the field. And I'm still using 3 battery chargers. I always want to take this down to 2, but it always ends up being really, really handy to have. 3 MST, because Vanity's Emptiness is a really annoying card to deal with. Monarch Storm 4th. This one's a really nice one. It gets me out of Ginlock, and at 3, I see it often. Then my Supply Squad tech, I really like this for a draw engine. More often than not, I will just summon this, let it blow itself up, and draw a couple of cards. It's really, really, really fun. Snatch Deal, because that's the format we're playing in, and 2 Vanities. I went up to 2, because I actually own 2 now. Yes! Alright, extra deck. The 1 Photon Strike Bowser, the 1 Stellar Pleiades, the 1 Rebellion Dragon, the 1 Ragna Zero, 101, Castel, Exciton, Lavolval Chain. In this build, he actually sees a lot of play, because sometimes I really want to ditch a light or a dark just to get Blackluster Soldier live, or to get one of these in the graveyard to play this, so then I can play this. Alright, Diagoster Emerald. He's actually seeing a little more play too with the baby Chaos Dragons. I can actually make my rank 4s a lot easier. And this one kind of lets me put all my Batterymen back in the deck, so if it kind of goes south, I can still play. Because sometimes I've noticed that my deck puts up enough of a fight that I don't ever get killed because all my monsters are so beefy that they can never just run me down. So I always have some life points left, but I don't have any things left in the deck. So he's kind of really nice to have it an option. Cowboy for game, or I'll show you in a minute what I did with this thing. And then we got Acid Golem, because I need a beat stick. Nightmare Shark, another game winner. Alucard, the pop back row. Leviair, the star of my rank 3s. OMG, is he powerful. Basically, anytime I use him, it's to get him and to get another summon and blow up. It's really fun. And then Engineer, because, I don't know, he's light and he can protect himself, and he's nice every once in a while. Sideboard, too honest, I can't fit these in the deck. I'd probably take out Vanities for him if I really wanted a more, like, go deck, but I kind of like the Vanities, because I can turn it off with Monarch Storm 4th pretty easily, so I'm going to go with this build. But I have him here in case I need him. 3 Flying Sea for Burning Abyss, even though Burning Abyss really isn't my worst matchup. Dark Hole, in case I encounter too much Ginlock and need to add some more destruction. Shared Ride, again for Necros, good card. Never saw it in the tournament last time, but hopefully I'll see it again. Twister is basically for Cliff-Orts, even though no one's playing it. And Deep Dark, because I still have no idea what to put in these for these last 3 slots. Alright, let's look at some duels. Alright, first up we have my replay against Plants. Basically, I was playing Standard. I didn't get to my Chaos Engine very much. His deck was rather resilient. However, I drew like mad in this duel. I just kept seeing my supply squads. It was pretty awesome. I wasn't exactly sure what he was doing. I have a feeling that because I flipped Vanities and he had to destroy it, I wasted his hand advantage. Because this whole duel, he kind of didn't do very much. Nice Lance. I didn't really care though. sets the breakers. No. Now he sets breakthrough. And here's me just trying to do some shenanigans. Figured that if I have Cyber Dragon on board, I wouldn't die. And I just keep drawing. It's crazy. Now, this thing was a... There, I'll pause it for a second. This Black Garden was a pain in the butt. Basically, whenever a monster is summoned, you summon one of these tokens on the other side of the board, and you have the attack of any monster summoning. It's just so obnoxious. And it really does keep him alive for a very long time. Breakthrough kind of screws me up. He gets his token. And this thing just keeps going off, and I'm like, whatever. They're all still weaker than my guys, so I'll just keep killing them. He's got nothing, so I figured this should be in the bag. He gets another one of those. At this point, I could go crazy, but the biggest problem is every time I try to play a monster, everyone loses a lot of attack power. Also, this stupid thing made 9-volt miss timing, which I didn't think of, because he can miss timing, technically. It's just very rare for him to do it. That was kind of dumb. But I figured, why not? I'll just draw a bunch. Get rid of a Cyber Dragon. I had an extra one, I think. Or no, I got rid of the extra tour guide. Now he's just milling through his deck and gets this big beast deck on board. Gets rid of Industrial Strength, presumably because he doesn't want to pop stuff. At this point, I'm just gonna win. There's no way. I have so much hand advantage, it's crazy. The only thing keeping him alive is that stupid field card. So all my guys are really weak. And then he quits. Alright, next up, I played an Ojama deck. This one, I believe, actually wins, but it's a good duel nonetheless. And I actually played very well. I think I made a misplay that ended up screwing me up. But again, this deck was almost the perfect counter because of this card. Ojama County, or Ojama Country. Basically, if he has an Ojama monster, you do a Sword and Shield on the entire board. And, like, all my Batterymen have, like, 0 defense. It was actually a problem. So he's kind of jerking off. I don't really know what he's doing. I don't know why he played Armor Kappa. I think he just needed to do something. But I didn't particularly much care. That creature swap really killed me. It made me do some dumb stuff, but I'm pretty sure I ended up sacking him with a Snatch Steal this turn. No, that was next turn, apparently. So here a Levier goes off, and it was, really good. And this was that's how I got rid of Chaos Sorcerer. I played Gaga Cowboy in attack mode because the effect of Ojama Country actually flipped this, so he became a 2400 beat stick. I forgot to detach though, so I would have done more damage. That was one of my misplays. Because he would have taken an extra 1,000. It would have been pretty good. Cowboy in attack mode. And this is what actually won it for him. Was this thing. So, I mean, it didn't really matter what I did. I think I was going to lose anyway, because this thing is essentially like my short circuit that I used to play, where if he just has one of each of the vanilla Ojamas, he can just blow up my entire board. And then he just makes a couple of gotchis for no reason and kills me. But it's still a fun game. Alright, this was against a Cyber Dragon deck. I think this one's really quick. Mostly because I don't think he drew very well. Also, I never actually watched this replay. I didn't know he had a quick draw synchron. This is like a weird synchro variant of Cyber Dragon. That's weird. So all he does is play this thing. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a shame. Time to win. And my deck just does Batteryman stuff. And I attack him for absurd amount of damage. And then he quits. With 100 life points. He wouldn't let me do my last attack. Alright, then I switched back to YGO Pro because I needed another game, and I had one for this deck on here, so I figured I might as well show this one. I don't really remember what happens, but I think this dude quits. He's playing some... Well, okay. Well, yeah, I don't know why this keeps doing this. I don't know why for YGO Pro, but basically, I win because I tribute this thing with Monarch Store Forth and just attack him for game. Or I would have, but he quits as soon as this thing gets tributed. So that's basically what happened. Alright guys, that was Batteryman Chaos. This build is a little more aggressive. I really, really like it. It's like slowly getting a little more and more powerful. I really like the way it's moving right now. It's got a little more long game to it. Because we're not OTKing as much anymore because Necros are such a strange combo of control and OTK that they can kind of go either way, so the game isn't necessarily ending in 3 turns. And since this deck plays a lot of big monsters, it actually has a good long match with them. Problem is, like I said in my update video, that even though I can pace him for 2 or 3 turns, eventually his just ability to keep searching and searching and searching, it just bleeds me. So this is kind of my way of making this a little bit of a more slow control Batteryman, which is really goofy. It's a field control more correctly, but whatever, it doesn't matter. I really like the deck. It's working out really well. The next video I'm working on with Ryan, we are doing a very, very, very special build of our Ultra Athletes. It's very goofy. It works very well. The deck is very powerful, and it blows pretty much any other build of that deck out of the water. It's really, really fun. We're just tweaking some last cards, and we kind of want to actually do a real deck profile without you actually have the cards in front of us, and we're missing like a tour guide or something like that. I will get that video, guys, as soon as it's done. I can't wait to see what you guys think of that one, because that one's really fun. But until then, remember, if you can't troll the meta, who will?